This white-footed belted gilt out here in camera view right now has got a big monster back. And she's got kind of an old-school Hampshire look to her. Her face and all that, and I can tell you, if you could see her mom, you would understand exactly why this one looks this way. She's out of Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's the Top Gun homeboy boar that we've got here at the farm that we used on all the stout, burly, bulky ones. The mother of this one is a Diablo, but more importantly, on the bottom side of her pedigree is the old Bloodwort 126 litter sow from Fecky's, and I think they called her Snow White, or they call her. I don't remember what Denise called her, but that sow had a pet name. She was a favorite of Denise's. She was a no debate, but she was in front and center there at the Fecky firm all the time, and one of their favorite Hampshire sows. We bred her to Diablo for her very last litter, and that's how we arrived at the mother of this one. There's some good Hampshire stuff on the bottom side of her pedigree. Don't discount the kind of muscle shape that this one has. That is real, true muscle that the Hampshire breed used to be known for. And she's packing some punch. I think maturity and some time and maybe a little softer feeding program will be the friend of this one. I wouldn't be surprised to see this one surface down the road because she's got some neat pieces. And I can tell you, Boots, before you get a chance to say it, she reminds me an awful lot of that Edwards gilt at this stage last summer.
Well, you and everybody else would have seen the Edwards gilt at one point or another on their visits in, and like we've talked, I mean, she kind of hung around for a minute. And, this one, I honestly can't tell you I remember her. But I do see a lot of what you're talking about, and I agree. A week on a different feed program here, and I think you're going to have a different kind of pig. And I think, long-term, appreciating her moderation, her fleshing ability, and like you said, her real power, I think has a lot of upside because with all that, she's still coupled with a very neat feminine look up front, neat kind of a Hampshire gilt here to be offered. I think one that can be ready early and often, and you can get a lot of shows out of this one.
I think when the dust settles, I'm going to regret offering this one. I'm just going to tell you right now. The Edwards gilt, she brought 30,000 at Louisville last summer, and she was one of the very last gilts to leave the farm.
So we fed her for a long time too.
We did. We just needed somebody that'd be patient with her. We finally found someone. Neat gilt. Don't overlook this one. 324-4.